All right, so in another video, we looked at how to add new quality points to this application, 2024 Formation. So you can watch that video to see if you have a whole new list of quality points for some personnel, some activity, how could you add that? Um, but I have this other list here, which is actually really similar to the current one of the current list of quality points. They just made some changes to the text. So how can we go about actually updating the quality points with different wording? Um, that's what this video is going to try and show us. So the quality points we have here are destined for quality control on a training agent doing a group ag training. And the user is going to be a training supervisor who's doing quality control visits with their training agents. So, as I said in the other video, these quality points, instead of being hard coded into a checkbox style question, they are actually just a lookup table, a ComCare lookup table that this question references. So that way, if I have multiple places which are referencing the same questions, which I do, both the vVisit form and the modified vVisit form reference the same lookup table. Same thing with the training agent visit and the modified training agent visit form. They reference the same lookup table questions. If I had them hard coded, I have to change them here and I have to do the same changes here. So this is just slightly less work. So what we need to do, this is, as I said, this is meant for training agent visits by a training supervisor. And I made sure that this isn't a new set of quality points. Um, it's on the activity group training, formation group. Um, and when I look up I can go and inspect these quality points to make sure that they're not actually different. So how can we do that? Well, we can go over to from the parent, the top level CompTIA page. We can go into data view all, and at the bottom here we see lookup tables. So we can go into lookup tables, and all the lookup tables have QPS in the title. We can also check and see for this question, what is the name of the lookup table that it's referencing. So we've got TAQC group training QPS. So if I go back over to here and just to search for QPS, which I did recently and remembered, I can see that one right here. So we've got two of them that are slightly different, TA and TS, training agent, training supervisor. So this is the one I want to look at. So you click on view table and it'll just show you what you have. So just visually seeing if it's the same, I've got 7 over here and 7 over here. And we can just look at each one and see how different they are. So this one, Réunion Petit Matin Very Leader. So this is the same thing except just one extra clarification. Environnement joyeux. Environnement joyeux. Participer activement tous les acteurs au moment de la formation. Pretty much the same. I'll assume that they meant to just update this. Contrôler full. Yep. L'événement de formation Tombola est utilisé comme une opportunité parfaite pour réaliser les ventes. That's identical. Préparer tous les supports en avance. That looks identical. L'agent fait point de la formation avec le VE. This one's also very similar. So they're all pretty much the same. I'm just going to update the contents of the text here. So to actually update it, I can't update it here on the interface here. I have to download this. So if I go back to the Manage Tables, I can just find that one, click on it, select it, and then download it. And then open that. All right. So I'm not actually adding a new lookup table. I'm not changing the number of fields. So I don't need to do anything here. I'm not deleting it. So this types sheet, which is going to come with every lookup table download, I don't have to do anything with. I just need to go to the sheet that corresponds to my lookup table and modify what I want to modify. So you can see these lookup table rows already have an ID, which we don't need to change. We're not trying to delete anything. All we're doing is modifying this text here. So easy enough. It's just copy and paste stuff. So I'm just going to copy the contents of this, paste that in here. Copy the contents of this, paste that in here. It's a page break for some reason. Copy the contents. Oh, on number 3. Yeah, anyway, so I'm going to keep doing that. I'll stop recording while I'm doing that. All right, so I changed all the text in here so they match everything that they gave me over here. And the next step is just to save this. And I can close that. Go back into Manage Tables on Compare HQ. Choose a file. It's the one I just did. And I'm actually not going to check this. So I think in the other video, one of the other videos, I was replacing a table that was there because I didn't want to keep any of the contents of the old one. I just wanted to delete it and make a new one with the same name. But this one I actually am updating. I'm not trying to replace it or delete it. So I can just not check that and click on upload. Now if I go back here, I can go and look at this table and just make sure it's showing what I want now. So I can see that before, I remember this piece in parentheses wasn't there before, but it was on this sheet that they updated. So now I'm seeing that difference. So I have successfully synchronized the contents of this with this lookup table. And this is actually done now. There's nothing left to do with this task because I didn't change what question list it's, or what lookup table it's referencing. All I did was change the contents. There's no need to actually modify this form, and therefore there's no need to make a new version. The agents will see that change as soon as they synchronize next. So they're already synchronizing, hopefully multiple times a day. So they'll notice that these contents of this question are slightly different now. So that's it. There's nothing left to do. That's a pretty easy one. All right. See you later.